Hello, my name is Shiraz and welcome to my English and Math channel. Today we're going to have a look at this poem Piano by David Herbert Lawrence. And Before we start, I must say that Lawrence is, generally speaking, he's a very pensive and very, sad poet. Most of his poems are about childhood memories. Okay, let's have a look at some of the pictures. So this is a piano, and when you see or when you think of piano, what comes into your head is music and song, and we know that music is kind of it represents liveliness. Okay, and here in this picture you can see there's a family gathering here. All the family is there, and one of the ladies is playing on the piano. Okay, in this picture here, when you see this picture you can instantly uh, think of the affection. Here the mom is pressing her child's feet. Okay, so that represents a lot of love and affection. And lastly, in this picture here, we have a man. He's, apparently very sad, and he's just all alone and thinking about something. All right. Okay, let's have a look at the actual poem now. Um, Softly in the dusk, a woman is singing to me, taking me back down the vista of years till I see a child sitting under the piano in the boom of the tingling strings and pressing the small, poised feet of a mother who smiles as she sings. Okay, so the whole sound of this stanza is very much musical. So this whole poem is like a song. Okay, so let's analyze this poem here. Softly in the dusk. So dusk is the time when the sun sets, so that time kind of represents gloominess and sadness. uh, so softly a woman is singing to me. You can see there, you will notice a lot of s sounds uh, in this poem, and sometimes it is the alliteration or sibilance, uh, but other times there will be very frequent s sounds. Okay. So this woman here is singing to me. So he is in the present at the moment, and he can see a woman who is singing to him, to the poet, taking me back. So while she's singing, she is taking him back. So it's like taking someone physically. So she's kind of forcing him to go somewhere. So taking me back. So back, represents that it's in the past. So he's going in the past down the vista of years. So vista is a very beautiful view. So it has a positive connotation, and vista of years is a metaphor for childhood over here. Okay, so when he sees, and that woman is singing, and that woman takes him to his childhood, which is very beautiful. It's the vista of years till I see a child. Okay, so if you notice over here, till I see, the sentence doesn't finish here, it goes on to the next line. So till I see a child. So this device is called enjambment. Okay, so you will see there is a lot of enjambment, and that represents, that shows the flow of the poem. It's a non-stop flow. Similarly, when you are sad and there's a flow of memories, there's no kind of pause, or there's no stop. Okay, so till I see a child sitting under the piano. Now, the memory is so strong that he can actually see a child. Now, this child is actually himself, most probably. So, a child sitting under the piano. So, he visualizes himself sitting under the piano. Now, we're not very sure whether he knew how to play the piano, or maybe he learned for a while and then maybe he stopped playing. We don't know anything about that. Okay. So under the piano, it's the. So this is a definite. This is definite article. So it's not any piano. It is, it's a particular piano. It's the piano. In the boom of the tingling strings, boom. So this is an example of onomatopoeia, and boom means when there's like a successful and popular period. So this has once again positive connotation. So vista and boom, these two words have positive connotation. When he's talking about his childhood, he uses words which have positive connotation. So in the boom of the tingling strings, okay. So tingling, that is also an example of onomatopoeia. So he can feel the tingling of the strings, like little sensation in his hands, or in his body. So tingling, so those strings of the piano are tingling. Okay. Now here, if you notice, tingling strings, you can hear this ing sound here in both of these words. So this is an example of where do we have it? Yeah, that's internal rhyme over here, internal rhyme. And also there is this vowel sound strings, ing, ing. So this there's the vowel rhyme in these two words. Okay. So all these devices, altogether, they give this poem a quality of a sound, of a song. So it's a musical quality. Okay, and pressing the small, poised feet of mother, who smiles as she sings. Okay, the first two lines here, are in present. Okay, so a woman is singing to me, and she's taking me back. So that is present, and the next two lines are about the past. So there's a child who is sitting under the piano. He can visualize it, but it's back in his memories. And pressing this small, and what is he doing? He's pressing the small poised feet. Poised, the feet which are positioned very still, and they're balanced. Okay, so he's pressing the feet of his mother. So that shows a lot of affection and love. Okay, and what does she do? Who smiles? So she smiled. So a lot of good things about the past. Vista, boom, tingling, and pressing the feet, which shows love and affection, and then smiles. So a lot of happiness, and obviously as she sings. So singing, once again, that also represents life and happiness. Okay. Here you can see the alliteration. As smiles, sings. Okay. So because this is as alliteration, so we call it sibilants. Okay, so if we have a look at the rhyme scheme here, so me, see, and then here we have, let's choose a different color, strings, sings. So we have a, oh, change the color, a, and that's B, B. So the rhyme scheme is A, A, B, B. And if you notice over here, song, belong, A, A, outside, guide, B, B. And in the third stanza as well, clamor, glamour, A, A, cast, past, B, B. Okay? So the alliteration here is A, A, B, B throughout the poem. Right, let's move on to the next stanza. And in spite of myself, you hear this sound as self. In spite of myself, the insidious mastery of song. So a lot of as sounds in the poem. In spite of myself, I try to restrict myself. I try to stop myself. I don't want to go back to the past. Okay, I want to stay in the present. So I'm trying my best. I'm trying to control myself, but against my will, what happens is the insidious mastery of song. So now, this word here, insidious, this has negative connotation, okay, and mastery, that has positive connotation. So this is very beautiful. It's about the song. So the song is perfect. It is a masterpiece, but at the same time it is insidious. Okay, so the poet is trying to say that this song is very, very good, and this song reminds him of his mother. So that means his mother was also she was a very good singer. Okay, but this particular song is insidious. So insidious is something, which gradually increases without notice, but it causes a lot of harm. Okay, so this song is actually causing some kind of harm to the poet, and this is why the poet is trying to control himself. Okay, but what happens is this song is a masterpiece. What it does is betrays me back. So it takes me back. Back where? So there is a repetition here, back and back. So it takes me back to my childhood. Okay, he doesn't want to go to his childhood. He doesn't, want to feel nostalgic. But the song is so powerful that it betrays. It's against my will, against his will. The song betrays him back to his childhood. Okay, but we know that childhood is lovely. It's a vista of years. Okay, the boom, and there's a lot of love and smiles and happiness in the childhood. Okay, till the heart of me weeps to belong. So now what happens is the song has taken him back to his childhood. Okay, and the heart of me, like my heart weeps. Now we know that hearts don't weep. This is an example of personification. Okay, so the heart is represented as a person, as a human being, because it's given human attributes. Till the heart of me weeps. So my heart is now crying. Okay, and why is it crying? To belong to the old Sunday evenings at home. Okay, now you will hear a lot of sounds here. Okay, to belong to the old. Okay, so this is once again vowel rhyme. It gives the poem musical quality. Of me weeps, and we also have this e, me weeps. So once again vowel rhyme. So he actually wants to, you know, to belong to the old Sunday evenings at home. Okay, he doesn't want to go back, but now he's gone back. So now he cannot actually physically go to his childhood, and this is why he didn't want to he wanted to control himself. He didn't want to go there, but now the song is so strong that the song has taken him back to his childhood, and now his heart is crying to belong to the old Sunday evening. So he wants to go back physically. He wants to go back to his childhood. And it's old Sunday evenings. So Sunday, no job, no work, no school, no college, no work. Everyone is at home, and it's the evening time, lovely time. You have dinner together, you talk to each other, you play different games, you do, a lot of family stuff uh, on Sunday evenings because you are at home, home. So you can hear this O sound in here as well. With winter outside. Okay. W. So that is alliteration here. With winter, and it's a heavy sound. Okay. W sound. It's here. With winter outside. So there's some kind of heaviness in this sound, but that winter is actually outside. It's outside the home, so nobody wants to go outside home. They want to stay at home and do what? And hymns in the cozy parlor. And there are hymns. Hymns are also songs. For to praise God. So there's a religious effect here as well in the cozy parlor. So there's winter outside, but the parlor, it's like the sitting room where they are sitting. It's quite cozy, it's quite warm and nice. So you want to be there. You feel comfortable over there. Okay. So there are a lot of positive things about childhood. The tinkling piano, our guide, and the piano is tinkling. Tinkling, an example of onomatopoeia. Where is it gone? Onomatopoeia is here. Onomatopoeia. Okay, so the piano is our guide. So piano has a very, very important place. It has a central place at home, because that kind of brings everyone together in the family. Okay, so this is why that piano reminds him of his lovely childhood. The tinkling piano, our guide. So tinkling is onomatopoeic because the word gives the sound that it is associated with. Okay, so now, so he has, given this picture over here using, fantastic images and the sounds as well. So now what happens is, so now he has gone back to his childhood. There's no way to come back from the past. So now it is vain for the singer to burst into clamor. So that song has done its part. The song has taken him back to his past, to his childhood. And now it is useless for the singer. So now, no matter what the singer does, even if the singer burst into clamor, so that is also an example of onomatopoeia. So burst into clamor. Clamor is noise, like very high, uh, noise, loud noise. So even if the singer now sings like, in a very bad way, making a lot of sound, loud sound or noise, uh, it's useless. There's no way that he's going to come back to the present. With the great black piano appassionato. So black piano. Now it's also interesting to notice that on piano we have black and white keys, and they also represent, simple life and complex and cruel life. So simple life, is most probably his childhood, and complex life is his current life, which is quite cruel, because now he's a man. So there are a lot of responsibilities and so on. Okay, so that is also kind of a symbol. Okay, appassionato is Italian. That means with emotion. So even if the singer sings with a lot of passion, into loud noise or music, it's now vain. It is useless. Okay, because now he has actually shifted back to past. The glamour of childish days. Now, glamour of. So the sentence doesn't finish here. It goes on to the next line. So this is an example of enjambment. Where is it? Yeah, it's enjambment. Okay, and what is the function of enjambment? The function is to show the flow of thoughts. Okay, because now he's gone back to his past. The glamour of childish days. Now, once again, glamour, the word glamour has positive connotation, and he's using this positive word for his childhood. And it's childish days, childish, we don't have any responsibilities. It's pure innocence, and playful days. So that kind of thing is now upon me. It has kind of taken control of myself. It's upon me, and there is no way that I can, come back to my present. Okay, because I'm so much nostalgic now. My manhood is cast. So now what happens is my manhood. Manhood represents his current life with a lot of responsibilities, a lot of maybe worries or, tensions or sadness, difficulties, maybe boring years, and all that stuff. So now my manhood is cast down. So once again, enjambment is cast down. Okay, so the poet is trying to create, an effect over here is cast down. So there is extra emphasis. So I am very, very sad at the moment because there is no way that I can break through my manhood and go back to my past. Okay, I've got to stay in my present, but now I've gone back to past, so that makes him even sadder when he is feeling nostalgic. Okay, if that makes sense. My manhood is cast down in the flood of remembrance. So flood here is a metaphor that he's using for something which is a lot. So in the flood of remembrance. So it's not like one memory, it is a flood of remembrance. When you think of one thing, one incident in the past, then there is a connection, that connects to another incident in the past, and then there is this, all these incidents, they come. It's like stream of consciousness. Um, a lot of memories, they come all together like the flood. So now, because of this flood, I am very sad. I weep. And it's now not the heart, it's actually I. So there's a shift from my heart to myself. So it is me, I weep. I am actually weeping now. I am so sad. I'm so much depressed. And I weep like a child. So like is a simile here, simile as well. I weep like a child. The way a child cries for chocolate, for example, or for a toy. So I am now weeping like a child, and I'm weeping not for a toy, but I am weeping for the past, because I want to go back to the past, but I cannot go to the past. So, there is this faint memory of past, which then becomes very vivid. It makes us very sad. So, there's this, very, very powerful poem, but the message at the end is, when we have the time to enjoy, we should enjoy our life, no matter if we are children or maybe if we are, teenagers or adults. Whenever we get an opportunity to enjoy life, we should enjoy it, because life is so much precious. Okay, and so we should appreciate each moment of life, and we should look at things from like a wider perspective. Okay, and even though here, this is a very important phrase here, in spite of myself. So he's trying to be wise here. He's trying to think rationally, and he's trying to restrict himself. But the sentiments and the feelings are so strong, they're so powerful, that he loses his control, he loses his rational thinking, and he goes back to his past. Okay, so the central theme of this poem is nostalgia, childhood memories, and the poet uses a variety of poetic devices here. You can see vivid images, for example, and metaphors and sibilance, alliteration, to make this poem so powerful that we also relate to it. So the poem is quite relatable. When we read this poem, we also start thinking about our childhood. Okay, right. So enough of this sad poem. I hope you've liked this video. Thank you very much, and all the best. Thank you. Bye bye.